Hello again. I think that we are ready. Здравейте на всички. Благодаря на всички, които ще вземат участие днес в нашата онлайн среща с Trina Solar. Ще ви представя колегите, които са от Trina и заедно ще презентираме какво представлява компанията, какви продукти има, какво може да очакваме за в бъдеще и съответно ще направим въпросник, с който ще може да спечелите специална награда от Trina на края на презентацията. Днес наши партньори ще бъдат Марта и Богдан. Marta, please introduce yourself and Bogdan also.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Marta Zając. I'm Product Marketing Manager in Trina Solar, supporting Central and Eastern Europe team of our sales colleagues, supporting regarding the products that we are commercializing in this part of Europe. So I will be today in charge of doing this presentation to you, and also in the future, if you have any questions related to the product, you can consult them directly with us, with me, but also through BayWa or through Bogdan, through the sales manager, and then they are handled by our team internally.
Hello everyone, my name is Bogdan. I'm the new sales manager for Trina Solar in Romania and Bulgaria for the distribution segment. I recently joined Trina about 3 weeks ago. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you for having us and inviting us to share with you our ideas regarding the latest trends in the solar industry and also information about our products. And not the last thing, how Trina Solar can contribute to the growth and the success of the solar market in this region.
Okay, thank you Bogdan, thank you Marta. Let's start the presentation, and if you have some questions, you can go it in the chat and we will answer.
Okay, so I will be taking control. I will be going through the presentation. In this presentation, we would like to, in the first part, we would like to present to you our company, so you know a little bit more about Trina Solar. And then the second part of the presentation, the most important one, I would say, it's we want to have to use this opportunity to present our products, especially the products that we have in our portfolio that we are recommending to use on the rooftops. And we want to explain to you, or maybe better to say, we want to present the products in the way that then also you can use the sales argumentation with your customer, convincing your customers why they should choose Trina Solar products from our rooftop portfolio, because we will be presenting the several sales argumentation that we believe are important when explaining the PV module to the customers. But first, let's have a look on what Trina Solar has to offer worldwide and also in Europe. I would say Trina Solar, it's mostly known as a manufacturer and supplier of modules of solar panel systems. We have in our portfolio modules that are called Vertexes Plus, so smaller ones, recommended especially for the rooftop segment. And also we have a line of products called Vertex N that we recommend to use on the bigger investments on the PV farms. So for bigger projects and especially for ground-mounted projects. But apart of that, Trina Solar, it's also the manufacturer of the mounting structure. We have in our portfolio fixed structure, and also we have trackers. We have two types of trackers, Vanguard 1P and Vanguard 1P. And also we have for that digital solutions supporting the performance of the trackers. This journey started already several years ago. In 2018, Trina Solar bought a Spanish company, Enclave. So we have European know-how, and also we have manufacturing site of trackers in Spain. And then the third addition to our product portfolio, the newest one we could say, is the battery energy storage system that we are now starting to commercialize quite actively in Europe also. In the last Intersolar in June in Munich, we presented our Elementa 2, so the utility storage system dedicated for utility segment, that now we are especially commercializing in UK, in Europe, and in Germany. But in following years, we also want to be present in the whole Europe with this solution. Apart of that, we are also entering in the residential storage business. Right now, we are present in Italy and in Germany with our solution for homes. And in following years, also, we want to be present in other European countries with our residential storage solution.
Okay.
Do you want to comment here, or do I follow?
I think that I can say a few words about the first slide and the first thing that you said, because it's important information. I will say a few words in Bulgarian. Това, което презентира Трина и това, с което е известен като производител на, основно като производител на слънчеви панели, в два сегмента. Единият е Trina Vertex S, които са модулите подходящи за покриви, които са известни с висока ефективност, с добра защита и съответно с високо качество в дългосрочен план. Следващият модел, който имат, са Vertex N, които са подходящи за наземни големи проекти и съответно имат тяхната специфика, с които да устоят на времето, с тяхното качество и ефективност. Trina също произвеждат и наземна конструкция, като наземната конструкция са закупили компания, която е била специализирана в това. Имат тракерна конструкция, имат различни видове проекти, които са реализирани. Към момента на българския пазар ние сме фокусирани върху слънчевите панели, това, което имаме в портфолиото и което може да предложим. Конструкцията е нещо, с което работят, но към момента не е активно на нашия пазар. Относно системите за съхранение на енергия, първите пазари, на които са презентирани, са UK, Германия и съответно първите проекти, които са реализирани са там. Тепърва планът е да бъдат по-разпознаваеми в този сегмент в Европа, но за момента все още не е сетната структурата. Ще има и за домашни централи батерии, и за големи индустриални такива решения за съхранение на енергия. Това е по първата част. Let's continue.
Let's continue. Yes, some slides I will go through quicker because we have a lot of slides to go and not so much time. The time is not unlimited. But what is important about Trina is that we are a global company. We are one of the top 3, top 5, depending on the ranking on the year. But we are one of the biggest manufacturers of PV modules in the world. Also, we have own production, part of own production of cells and wafers. Our journey started in 1997, so we are really also a company with a long history. We have been around for a long time, for more than 26 years already, and during this time we increased so much. So we are, of course, we are a Chinese company. Our headquarters are in China, but then we expanded to all the world, and now currently we have also sites in every continent, basically in the world. Trina always has a mission to be the trendsetter of the new technologies, but also with aim of being the manufacturer with big capacities. So we always trying to look for solutions that are new, that are bringing improvements to the customers, but at the same time are affordable and are in mass production. So for sure, we are a mass production supplier. As an example of what I said, we were one of the first manufacturers who decided to use the bigger wafer size available in the industry, so 210 millimeters wafer size that allowed us to produce the modules based on bigger cell. And this also translates that we can produce modules with higher power output and with improved and different electrical parameters. All this is possible that we are increasing also our capacities. We are growing as a company. We have already more than 50,000 employees all around the world. And then commercially, we are present in almost everywhere, in almost all countries, in more than 170 countries. And regarding the diversity, our employees are coming from more than 70 different countries. And this is also related with the next slide. What we said, we are a company with a global presence, with a global capacities. So as an example of how big our scope of production is, we can share here that our planned capacity for model production just for this year is 120 gigawatts in modules, more than 100 gigawatts for cells. And then we have forecasted more than 12 gigawatts for tracker capacity and more than 12 gigawatt hours for storage capacity. But at the same time, so we have this global manufacturing scale, we are present internationally, and we are trying to be close to the market. We are trying to be close to all the countries that are there in the market. That's why also we are expanding and growing a lot in Europe. So in Europe, we have 3 main offices and then some local offices. We have a big team, more than 200 employees, now almost closer to 300 employees, who are, of course, our sales managers network, but then also other supporting functions, like sales operations, like technical departments, like legal, finance, logistics, marketing, and product, for example. So this is very important to us to be close to the market and also to speak local languages. And in the following also this idea, I want to show that this year also it was decided to create separate sub-region in Europe dedicated for Central and Eastern Europe. We have our colleague Katerina, who is the head of Eastern European team. And to her are reporting colleagues, sales managers from distribution and from utility. We are already 17 employees working in Eastern Europe. We are in different countries. For example, like myself, I'm working from Poland. I'm Polish. In Poland, we have 6 other colleagues also from different departments. But then we also have colleagues in Baltic countries, in Czech, in Hungary, in Slovakia, in Serbia, in Romania. We have 2 colleagues already. So really we are expanding and we are trying to speak local languages. And then also we are trying to support better the growth of Trina Solar business in this part of Europe. So far, we delivered already more than 4 gigawatts in modules for both distribution and utility, and already 400 megawatts in structure and tracker. And we hope that in following years, our storage system also will follow.
Okay, if you want, I can say a few words to summarize.
Yes.
I'll return back. Това, което е важно за Trina Solar, компанията е глобална, в топ 5 от производителите на слънчеви панели, като съответно в зависимост от измерването по какви критерии. Компанията е основана в Китай, повече от 26 години е на пазара, като съответно има централни офиси в Европа, в Щатите, общо взето в цял свят, над 70 страни. Това, което е важно, че компанията се развива и иска във всеки един регион да има хора, които да са близо, които да помагат, които да се грижат за това бранда да се развива и съответно да бъде разпознаваем и доверен бранд, на който съответно клиентите, които изграждат инсталации или които инвестират, да имат подкрепа. Малко цифри и факти, които са важни. Съответно, капацитета им като производител и планираният капацитет за 2024 година е 120 гигавата модули. Те също произвеждат клетки, 105 гигавата е капацитета за клетки и съответно се развиват в другите два сегмента за системи, за конструкция 12 гигавата капацитет и за батерии 12 гигават часа. Като съответно батериите е сравнително нов сегмент, който тепърва ще се развива, но все пак иска да са част от него и да предоставят едно добро решение, което да бъде приложимо на пазара. Друго важно е, че екипите се развиват и в Източна Европа. Към момента Марта е ситуирана в Полша, заедно с 6 други колеги, а за българския пазар е колегата Богдан, който се представи, свързано с дистрибуция и с партньори като нас, които доставяме Трина на компании, които изграждат инсталации. То съответно, към момента представител в България няма, ние сме към румънският пазар. Важно е, че за тази година има доставени над 4 гигавата Трина в региона и 400 мегавата конструкция. Okay, let's continue.
And some examples of the success stories that we have in this part of Europe, just to show you that we already have a track record of investments, bigger investments even, done with our products, not only with our modules, but also with our tracking system. So we have investments in Lithuania, Estonia, Poland, Albania. And for sure, soon we will be able to update these slides also with some success stories from Bulgaria or Romania. And then last slide regarding the company in general, I think also important slides nowadays that we confirming that Trina Solar it's a reliable partner also from the finance perspective. So we are constantly registered, ranked as a tier 1 supplier by Bloomberg. We have healthy financial performance. Then also other ranking that is important for us is that we are ranked in the list that are checking the suppliers from the sustainability perspective. And then third part is that we are also ranked by the third parties as a reliable supplier. So our products are tested independently by third-party laboratories, and then the good performance of our products is confirmed by those tests. So all in all, this international recognition confirms that we can be a reliable partner for you and reliable supplier of the PV solar solutions to you. And then in the next part of the presentation, I would like to dive into the topic of our product portfolio and presentation of our product portfolio. I will be concentrating on the 4 main products that are part of our Vertex S Plus family and recommended highly for the use on the rooftops. But also I will be mentioning sometimes about our bigger module, Vertex N, that we know sometimes customers also are using in some C&I investments. It can be sometimes to be used on the rooftops, bigger rooftops, or in some ground-mounted constructions, also for this commercial and industrial applications. So this is the portfolio, 5 products. They are structured from smaller to bigger. And what it's important to highlight always from us to you is that we are creating a portfolio of products because we want to give the customers the options regarding the products. So then you have options that from which you can choose the best matching product from the needs of the investments. So in our product portfolio, we have 3 small products as called NEG9R family, where we have 3 color options. We have as called 28. So the product that is with white encapsulant on the back. We have clear black product that it's with transparent encapsulant that also has bifaciality as a function, so it can be also used in the scenarios where this bifaciality can work, like for example carport solutions, and also it looks very nice. And then we have also the third option, full black. So the full black on the front side for the customers who are like very keen on the full black appearance. These 3 products are small, so their surface is below 2 square meters. We have created this size to fulfill with the German regulation that for a long time was requiring for installations on rooftops in Germany. It was requiring that the module is below 2 square meters size. And this size worked quite well also in other European countries. So we are looking here for a small module that is small, light, and can be used on very different rooftop scenarios. Then newcomer to our Vertexes Plus family is our 500 watt plus product, NEG18R28, that we created. It's a little bit longer, so it's a little bit bigger than 2 square meters, that we created thinking about those commercial and industrial installations. So we recommend this product for bigger rooftops. We also see a trend that this type of installations is growing in Europe. So we believe that it can be a good fit for this kind of installations. And then customers always can also have an option to use a bigger module, really bigger module comparing to our Vertexes Plus series, because you can see here that the length of this product is above 2 meters already. And we are adding this product also in the presentation because we know that in some countries, bigger modules are liked or are by the installers. So sometimes more in the south, maybe the surface of the rooftops is bigger. The bigger modules also are used on the rooftops. What all those products have in common is the integration of 3 aspects, 3 technologies in one. And it happened last year when Trina Solar integrated into mass production N-type technology. So we moved from P-type technology to N-type iTopCon technology in mass production. We already were producing modules with the cells based on the wafer size 210 millimeters. So we are using G12 or G12R cells in our modules. And then the third part was to add double glass. So all our products in our now Vertex family are in the double glass technology. And we have in our portfolio products that we believe are a good fit for residential rooftops installations, bigger surfaces C&I installations, and ground-mounted installations. In this presentation now, I would like to go through those 9 points and also talk about our modules from the perspective of the points that can be important for somebody who is deciding which module to choose for my installation. So customers can think about aesthetics, how this module will look on my rooftop. The installers can think about handling, how easy it will be for me to use this module, to manipulate this module. Then, of course, installers and customers will think about how efficient is this module. Then also customer will think how much energy we have from this module. Is it better? Is this performance guaranteeing me better energy yield than others? Then, of course, very important aspect is the warranty, how reliable this module is. Then also, is it compatible with the mantic structure I'm using for my installations? Also, is it compatible with other components of the systems like inverters? And then for some of those installations on bigger rooftops, balance of system costs. We can have a look on is it possible to have some savings using this module on other components of the systems, like structure, like cabling. And the last point, but also getting more and more important, especially for the bigger investor, the sustainability or the aspects, the sustainable aspects of the product. Regarding the aesthetics, I already mentioned that in our Vertex S Plus product portfolio, we have 3 options to choose. And one of the reasons why we have 3 options within the same size, within the same design, I would say, we have 3 different options to choose. Because customers can look for different finishing depending on the rooftop that they have. For customers who are very keen on the very dark look of the modules, we have this full black option to choose from. Then we have our clear black, so our module with the transparent encapsulant that looks also very well, very nice on the rooftop, very similar to the full black even. But then also it can be used on some other applications like carports, for example, or like the covers of the terraces, because it allows also some gain from the rear side of the module. And then also we have our like standard black frame module Vertex S Plus with white encapsulant that it's a little bit more efficient thanks to that, but still looks very nice on the rooftop. The second aspect of the product that it's important, especially to installers, is how heavy it is. We created our Vertex S Plus portfolio having in mind that the product should not be too heavy. Even if we add the double glass, we tried to maintain the reasonable weight of the product. So our Vertex S Plus small modules in NEG9R series, the weight is only 21 kilos. So it can be handled by one person. And also we were thinking about all the rooftops that can be difficult to reach, that can be complicated in the structure. So the small and light module is a perfect solution here. Then we have our middle module, so Vertex S Plus 500 watt plus, which weight is 23.5 kilo, so still on the limit that it can be handled only by one person. And then we have a bigger module already with thicker glass and longer side, the NAG19RC20, which weight is 33, almost 34 kilos. So this module has to be handled by 2 persons at the same time, but still in some scenarios can be used on the bigger rooftops. The third aspect important to consider when choosing a module is the efficiency of the module. What is important, and here we are showing how the efficiency looks and the power outputs of our module. How do they look? Of course, smaller module, they have a smaller power output because we can put smaller amount of cells into one module. But what is important, this Vertex S Plus series, several years ago, it was Vertex S series when it was produced in the P-type technology. What we didn't change the size of the module. So the module, the Vertex S Plus are the same size. They were the same size in P-type technology, but then thanks to switching to N-type technology, the power output of this module increased almost by 30 watts per module, more or less, because of using the more efficient technology in the product. Also, the efficiency for Vertex S modules in the past for P-type was between 20-21%, and now we are already above 22% efficiency, almost reaching already 23% of efficiency, for example, for our Vertex S Plus NHG9R28. So if we compare usually the similar sizes of the modules in different technologies, in the previous technologies, we will see that they are less powerful still and with lower efficiency. And then this upgrade of the technology allows to have products that, maintaining the same size of the module, are bringing higher power output and higher efficiency. This efficiency of the product is also very important when we look, and this was something that I already wanted to mention before, when we have a small rooftop. In a small rooftop, when we don't have enough space to use, a small panel is a good solution. And even using the small panels, we can install quite reasonable amount of power in one roof available. So thanks to keep increasing the power outputs of the solar panels. Energy yield. Energy yield, it's a very important topic and also related with this change, with this improvement of the technology. Thanks to switching to N-type iTopCon technology from P-type PERC technology that was main stream in last years, there are several improvements that are then contributing to higher energy yield done by the module. One of that is the better lower temperature coefficient. So this better negative temperature coefficient. In case of N-type iTopCon modules, this parameter is minus 0.29% per every Celsius that is above 25 degrees versus 0.34% for P-type technology. Why this parameter is important and why lower the better? Because when you look at the data sheet, usually you have the results of the measurements on the data sheet done for 25 degrees. So this is the standard temperature, one of the standard conditions to make the measurement of the module performance. The modules are tested and measured in 25 degrees. And this is the value that you see on the data sheet. So how will the module perform? What will be the power output for 25 degrees? If the conditions are above those 25 degrees, for every degree above 25%, the module loses the efficiency by this minus 0.29%. So usually higher the temperature, and this is what happens when the sun is shining, especially in summer, then the performance of the module is dropping. But it's dropping less in the N-type technology. And this is, here we have some examples on the left side, how much more you can gain thanks to that in energy yield production, thanks to having this temperature coefficient at the lower level. So even in the sunny countries, I suppose some countries of Bulgaria are also like here on the south side, you can have more than 1% more of energy production thanks to that. Also, N-type technology is having better degradation. So it's, we can say, degrading less comparing to P-type technologies. Modules, unfortunately, has this feature that they degrade instantly at the beginning of their life, yes, of their usage, but still now this degradation process, it's very low at the beginning. So we are moving from 2% in case of P-type technology to -1% in the first year. The degradation is below 1%. And then in following years, it's minus 0.4% versus 0.55%. That allows us to also extend the performance of the module till 30 years, comparing to 25 years in the previous technology. So as a manufacturer, we are considering, and we are feeling confident, and we are confirming that with the warranty, that the product, the module will perform during 30 years and will be producing the energy during this 30 years. Sorry. And this is some exercise that we did, some comparison calculated in the PVCs. Again, comparing N-type module, one of our Vertex Plus N-type modules, with a previous technology with P-type. This one was done for Poland, central Poland. So comparing how much more energy the N-type module will produce comparing to P-type module, taking into consideration those aspects that were mentioned, that it's degrading less, and that it's working better in the higher temperatures. So, for example, already in the first year, the N-type module is producing 1.5% more of energy comparing the P-type module. After 15 years, it's almost 4% more of energy. And then, in the 15th year, it's almost 4% more energy already because it degrades less. And after 25 years, it's almost 6% more energy produced than P-type module because it degrades less. And then also what is important, the N-type module is also producing still till 30 years, so 5 years more. Another thing that can be taken into consideration depending on the end use is that for some applications, our transparent, our dual glass clear black module can be used when there is a possibility also of having the gain from the back, like carport applications. And here we have an example of comparing, and here we are comparing N-type with N-type, but just comparing also this additional gain from the back for our clear black module. So for some carport application in France, we compared how many modules we have to install for the N-type module without bifaciality, and how many modules with bifaciality effect, even though the module, the bifacial one, is 10 watts less powerful than the NEC 9R28. It's 10 watts more powerful, but only from the front side. So for this application, for example, where in carport there is a possibility also to gain 2.4 megawatt hours per year from the back, it's more convenient to install clear black. We can install less capacity, but still gain more thanks to the gain from the back. And this is something that I want to mention just to to make you think about possibilities where maybe our clear black with the bifaciality effect can be used. In some scenarios, it can bring additional gain thanks to this bifaciality effect that it has. Another aspect very important for our customers is the warranty. Our products in our Vertex S Plus series that are produced in N-type technology and in dual glass technology are having as a standard, this is the novelty, 25 years product warranty. And this is something that it's a standard, it's granted, you don't have to do anything special to obtain this warranty. It's confirmed by the supplement that is available from our website. And this is a big change comparing to what was a standard so far in the industry. So far in the industry, the standard was 15 years product warranty. And Trina Solar was one of the first manufacturers, one of the first supplier, changing that to 25 years as a standard. So no extra sub charges for that. It's granted with just our standard data sheet with standard supplement that is available to download from the website. A part of using the N-type technology, what it's allowing us to be so sure about the performance and reliability of our products is the use of dual glass technology also in our small Vertex S Plus products, because this dual glass approach brings benefits to how the module performs. One of these benefits is that the modules are less prompt to shock. They are more stable. So they are more stable also during the production, during the transportation, and during the installation. So there are not bending so much, and they are not cracking so much. Also, they are more resistant to the mechanical loads, especially to the snow loads. They are more resistant to the penetration from other things that can be found in the environment. So there is no risk of penetration by salt sprayed, by acid or alkalis. And especially they are resistant to the moisture penetration, something that can be an issue in case of the modules done in the backsheet technology. So with backsheet, there is it's happening that there is moisture penetration and module delamination. This risk is avoided, it's removed when the glass technology is used. In our Vertex S Plus series, we are using glass that is 1.6 millimeters thin on both sides, so 1.6 millimeters on the front and 1.6 millimeters on the back. I know that sometimes there are some concerns if this thickness is not too small, but we also have many tests done that are confirming the good performance of the product. So it's resistant to the hail. We have tests done for the hail of, for example, 35 millimeters, and we passed those tests with this glass thickness. The mechanical loads are even higher than as with backsheet, and also the fire resistance is improved thanks to use of the dual glass. So we are having A+C fire resistance comparing to C+C for backsheets. And this fire resistance is confirmed by the test reports that we can send to the customer when there is a need of this confirmation. Regarding the structure and the mounting structure, in our user manual that also is available in our website, and I'm inviting you to visit our website to choose Europe from the list options that it's available. We are in our user manual, we are including different popular types of mounting that are popular in Europe. also with the recommended test loads for this mounting options. With the slides, I just want to make sure that everybody is aware that our user manual is publicly available from our website. And please consult with this manual the mounting options that you are considering for the installations. If something is not included in the user manual, or the mechanical loads are different than the ones tested for our user manual, you can always consult that with us, and we can check the specific requirement that you can have for the mounting in your case. In our user manual, we are considering both options, so mounting on the short side, mounting on the long side. And for the most secure mounting options, you can see that our small modules are having quite good mechanical loads. So we are having even 4,000 pascals for the wind loads and 5,400 pascals for the snow loads. Then, depending for bigger module, it's lower, and then also depending on the type of mounting, it can change. So of course there are type of mountings that are bringing this high reliability and assuring the good mechanical loads. Some types of the mounting can cause that the mechanical loads decrease because of that. So please always consult our user manual for that. Regarding the compatibility, what I want to mention here especially is that in our Vertex S Plus portfolio, we are using G12R cells. So we are using cells with the size of 210 millimeters by 182 millimeters. But we have two types of design of the cell. We have the double cut cells and one cut cells. And we are doing this different cutting to have different electrical parameters in our portfolio. For our small modules, Vertex S Plus, NEC 9R, 28, 27, 25, we are using the cells that it's with double cut. And this double cut allows us to have very low current in the cell. And it's around 10 amperes, more or less, for the free products, what allows the high compatibility with small inverters. We know that now inverters are changing, and they are also upgrading, and higher currents are also acceptable, or even in the small inverters. But still, there are many inverters used in the small installations that are accepting low currents. And that's why we are having this cell design to achieve this low current in our module. For our bigger modules, so Vertex S Plus 500 watts and Vertex N, we are using this one cut, so the cell is cut only once. And this is allowing us to have medium parameters regarding the current and voltage of the cell and current and voltage of the module. So for our bigger modules, our current, short circuit current, it's around 15 amperes. It's between 15 and 16 amperes. So those modules are recommended to be used with bigger inverters that are accepting this current. And here you can see more or less the comparison, how it changes. Yeah, for small modules, what are the current characteristics and how they look like for the bigger modules. And this topic is related with the second topic, because with this balance of system reduction, if we are having, for example, a lower short circuit current, then our voltage open circuit current voltage is also increasing in the modules. And this is the case, again, of our Vertex S Plus modules. So then voltage is higher, but we don't see it as inconvenient because we are considering that these modules are used for smaller installations where customers are not creating very long strings of modules. So the higher voltage is not a problem. But then that's why we then are using different cell design in our bigger modules where the current is higher, but then the voltage is lower. And it's important for bigger installations because this lower voltage allows to create longer strings of modules that can be inserted into an inverter, because this allows to install more power in one string. And this is important for the investments when the rooftop it's big, or the ground installation is also big, and it allows to create longer strings. In general, the slide shows how the voltage, open circuit voltage, maximum open circuit voltage determines how long the string of the modules can be. So how many modules we can put into one string. Of course, then taking into account other conditions that are taking place, like the minimum temperature and the maximum voltage of the inverter. And how this is important for the general balance of system. Here we have a comparison with some of the modules from the competitors, where we just want to highlight that we are comparing modules with similar open circuit voltage characteristics, so around 40 volts. In our case, when we are using our G12R cells, our 210 millimeter cells, cut in two, it allows us to have lower voltage, but higher powered output of the module, because we are using bigger cells. So for the same amount of cells, we are having higher power output. Then, for example, the competitors who are also using the same amount of cells, but the cells are smaller, so the powered output of the module it's lower. Then the same voltage allows to put the same amount of the modules in one string. So maximum 25 modules in one string for the same conditions. So temperature -5 Celsius, and the maximum voltage of the inverter 1100 volts. But then the power in one string, thanks to having module with higher powered output, it's bigger. So in one string, in our case, we can put 12.5 kilowatts, comparing with the competitor modules 11 kilowatts. In investments that we are here comparing, so some installed capacity of 250 kilowatts in total, it allows to make some important savings. Like we can, thanks to having more power installed in one string, we can reduce the amount of strings in the installation, so by 13%, for example. Then it allows us to reduce the number of modules used in the installation in order to obtain the same installed capacity. There is less transport, less pallets has to be used, and, for example, less cabling is used. So with this slide, we want to bring to your attention not only to compare the powered output of the module when you are comparing the datasheet of the product. Please also have a look on the electrical parameters, especially for the bigger investments like C&I investments, and please take into consideration the modules also that are a little bit bigger, like our Vertex S Plus 500 watts. But this bigger size and bigger power output, it's not compromising for example, the voltage of the module. And still with this, you can use in total less module because you can put more power in one string. sorry. Also, when needed, we can make some simulations for you, for example, some specific end use. When there is some bigger installation, we can also run this kind of exercise and compare how much savings you can make thanks to using the module is called low voltage design, as the Trina it's trying to use with G12R cells cut in two. We are using this low voltage design. This other slide also then shows how much per cents per watt peak you can save thanks to that. Here it's like the other way around, how much more you have to pay because of using more modules, more smaller modules for the same installed capacity in this investment that we were comparing in the previous slide. And last point to comment here, it's the sustainability aspect. We know also that customers can, especially for the bigger investments, the customers can start asking more and more for some sustainability credentials. So I want to highlight here that we run the tests, the calculations of the carbon footprint of our modules. It means, so we are measuring how much carbon footprint is produced during the production of our modules, during the transportation, for example, of our modules. So then the customers can also like run their sustainability tests, checking how sustainable the products are. So for our N-type series, we have several certificates available. So just when needed, you can ask Bogdan, you can ask me, and then we can send the documents that are proving or are showing how much carbon footprint our modules are emitting during the production. Saying that, also I want to highlight that the trend is also that we are constantly looking for solutions to reduce the carbon footprint. So we are also trying to make our production more and more sustainable. An example of that is that last year we announced that we opened the first zero carbon factory in the PV industry. So for example, with our new factories, we are trying also to use renewable energy sources in order to reduce the carbon emissions to zero. So in the future, we will try to have more certification showing and proving that the emissions related to the production of our products are decreasing. And we know that it's also important for the investors who are buying the PV products and PV solutions. And the last part, the last slide, is to let you know that we also have available for our customers Trina Hub. So this is the place where you can find more information about our products, more certificates. Of course, I invite you to use our website for that. So in our website, you can download the data sheets and also some basic certification about our products. But then in Trina Hub, when you create the user and you log in there, you can find more specific certification for our products, but then also you can find some materials for promotion. So you can use for example, for social media, for your website, if you have your own websites for your companies. And then also in the future, we are planning to have there more materials for training. So from which you can learn more and better about our products and solutions. And that's the last slide from my side. We are just on time, I believe.
Yes. Thank you, Marta. I will say a few words because it was long, and I think it was very, very interesting, every detail. I will say a few words in summary about all the products that you just presented in native language. Надявам се презентацията, която Марта направи на продуктите, да е била интересна и да е била полезна за вас. Смятам, че се засегнаха всички важни детайли при избора на слънчеви панели, като съответно презентацията и записа от среща ще бъде споделен с вас. Това, което аз искам да отбележа, е, че Трина като производител на панели е производител, който има история, който е стабилен, който е сериозен и на който може да разчитате в дългосрочен план. Защото да, производители на слънчеви панели има доста, но в топ 5 са определени производители, които благодарение на техните екипи, благодарение на техните усилия са в тази позиция. Като съответно ще ви помоля сега да напишете, ако имате някакви въпроси в чата, на които да отговорим, преди ние да започнем с въпросите и да видим кой ще се спечели готина награда. Тук сме приготвили един Powerbank от Трина и други интересни неща. Така че ще се радвам в момента да отговорим на въпроси. Okay, there is one question in the chat. We have concerns if it's too thin and not durable enough, 1.6 mm double glass.
Can you repeat the question, please?
The question is, we have concerns if it's too thin and not durable enough, 1.6 mm double glass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know that this is a concern, and I was mentioning about that because I know we are receiving a lot of questions. It depends what it's exactly the concern. If it's like resistance to the hail, we can present some test reports from the test that we did, for example, for 35 millimeters hail diameter. If it's for mechanical loads, as said in our user manual, we are showing tested loads for different mounting structure, even for some mounting, even for 4,000 pascals for wind and 5,400 pascals for snow. So, I mean, it depends what exactly would be the concern. Also, it's important to say that we are commercializing this product already for almost 2 years in Europe. And recently we have done in comparison if we have now more complaints for glass breakage or in general for this product, because it's true that in P-type the glass on the front was 3.2 millimeters, I believe, or for sure at least 2 millimeters. So it was thicker, on the front side. Now it's 1.6 on the front side, 1.6 on the rear side. But we compared the claims ratio, and we haven't noticed that now we have more complaints because of the glass breakage or any kind of complaints related to the glass thickness. So after almost 2 years with this product in the market, we feel quite confident that it's working okay. It's important to know that, to say that we started to sell this product already beginning of last year, 2023. So there is already track record of this product in Europe, not only sold but already installed.
Okay, thank you for the answer. The next question is, if you plan in the future to develop a calculating software for all of your products?
No, we are just, if I understand well the question, our products are included in the most popular software. So in PVC's PVSol, the information from PAN files and from data sheets of our products is included. So when you are using some of those softwares, you can also find Trina's products and make the calculations for Trina products.
Okay, thank you for that. What type of cells they will replace the N-type?
What type of cells?
The question is, what type of cells will replace the n-type?
I don't know. I would say that yes, recently we talked about that in our team. I mean, for the roadmap is to be take the most advantage of n-type technology during coming 5 years at least. Yes, so I mean, n-type will be TopCon will be the dominating technology in years to come. What will come next? I mean, there will maybe come improvements like tandem technology, so n-type, but
upgrade of n-type.
Upgrade of n-type, yes, sandwich construction, etc. Then what it's in the R&D, what other technologies will come, we will see. Hard to say what will be, and it's important to maybe also mention what happened with n-type. N-type was in development for last 10 years. Yes, so Trina, for example, was working on n-type technology since 2015. And then last year, we were ready to have it in mass production. So right now, our R&D right now, they are working on many technologies, potential technologies for the future. And what is important, they also are checking how effective, cost-effective they will be in the mass production, because there can be very fancy technologies, perovskite and similar one, but maybe they are too expensive for mass production. So we are always looking for something that it's bringing improvement, but also we can use our mass production capacities to produce that. So I would say, I don't know what will be next. Of course, maybe improvements in heterojunction, maybe improvements in back contact. I mean, they are already there also, and they can be improved. Trina, for now, it's fully focused on n-type iTopCon. And that's the plan for next years. At least 3 to 5 years, we will be still improving the performance of n-type iTopCon.
Okay, the next question is when do you will start to sell batteries, or when it will be applicable for Bulgarian market?
Also, I would say in next 2 years, we will be expanding to other countries in Europe. I cannot give exact date, hard to say. Also, we have to check the potential, what potential we have in Bulgaria, because every country also then, regarding the storage business, every country has own regulations, or sometimes lack of regulations. So basically, from our perspective, markets that are ready to buy storage is UK and Germany. Then other markets are still in the development phase. Yeah. So also, it's question to you in general, how it's the demand, and maybe demand there is, but the regulations for storage in Bulgaria, is it clear, or it's more still like a wish? Yeah. It would be nice to have, but how to build it, because it's a big investment. I mean, it's especially for utility projects, it's a very complex investment.
Okay. Do you have specific inverters compatible with Trina battery storage systems?
I don't have the answer to this question. We would have to check with our colleagues from storage exactly what
Okay.
they recommend.
In my opinion, if the storage will be in next 2 years, it's not something on the table right now, because it has to be clarified what is the demand, what storage solution will be applicable for the market, and when it will be ready to be delivered. Okay, the next question is the transparent and capsulant as durable as the traditional layout monofacial with white backsheet?
Yeah, it's
for carports.
Yeah, it's the same reliability.
Okay. Okay, any other questions? I'm really happy that the audience is active and have some topics to discuss and interest about the products and also about the specifics. Okay, I don't see some questions. I think that it's time to ask some questions, and first who will reply in the chat will receive the gifts. Okay, I will start with the first question. Okay. Какъв размер на подложката се използва в модулите на Trina Solar? В случай е за клетките. Добре, имаме вече отговори в чата. I think that the correct answer is to 110 millimeters, as you said in the presentation, right? For the cells.
Yes, yes.
Okay. We'll go with the next question. Следващият въпрос. Каква е дебелината на двойното стъкло в модулите Vertex S+? I think that here is more clear about the understanding of the thickness of the glass. Точно така, 1,6 мм. Следващия въпрос. Каква е продуктовата гаранция за модулите от серията Vertex S+? Продуктовата гаранция е 25 години, 30 години е на производителността. Продължаваме с следващия въпрос. Какво е теглото на модулите от серията Vertex S? – 21 кг, правилният отговор. И последен въпрос и последна възможност за награда. Каква технология се използва в модулите Vertex S на Trina Solar? N-Type, TopCon, мисля, че споделихме и доста разказахме каква е причината, колко по-ефективни са модулите, преминавайки от P-Type и от колко дълго време са работили върху това нещо и съответно споделиха, че в следващите 5 години най-вероятно ще продължат да разчитат на тази технология, най-вероятно с определени апгрейди. Благодаря на всички. Тези от вас, които отговориха първи, ще се свържат с вас, ще ви изпратим имейл и съответно ще ви изпратим и подаръци и жестове от Trina. Съответно ще подготвяме и следващи събития за вас, както онлайн, така и на живо. Всичко, което е важно и ви интересува, свързано с технологията, която ползват, или с нещата, които предлагаме, като модули, инвертори, батерии, конструкция. Може да ни пишете, може да се обадите. Ако има някакви последни въпроси, може да ги запишете в чата. Well, Marta, I think that we don't have any other questions. I already typed what are the winners. We will reach them and send them the gifts that they will receive from you and from us. And I want to thank you for the great presentation and for your support.
Thank you very much for your time and for listening. I hope it was useful.
It was. Thank you and have a nice day to all.
Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye.